Cain and Abel. What do you think was the first crime ever? Was it murder? What about fratricide, the killing of one's own brother? Welcome to my channel. In today's episode, we'll be looking at the story of Cain and Abel from the book of Genesis, commonly known as the first murder in the world. According to the book of Genesis, Cain was the son of Adam and Eve and the older brother of Abel. When their father Adam was driven out of the Garden of Eden, he and his wife Eve had two sons, Cain and Abel. Abel was a keeper of sheep, and Cain was a tiller of the ground, which means that Abel was responsible for the care of their flock, while Cain took care of the crops and the garden. Now, every time someone offers a sacrifice to God, there's an expectation that the offering will be the best. In other words, the best of what they have. For example, if you had 10 cows, you would not want to offer God your worst cow, right? You would want to offer him your best. But when it came time for Abel to offer sacrifices to God, he offered the firstborn of his flock, the best of the sheep. And when it was Cain's turn, he didn't offer the best of his fruits or the best of his grain, but he just offered some of his ordinary produce. The problem is, in those days, God had not yet set up a temple for people to go to, so people had to wander around in the wilderness looking for a suitable place to offer their sacrifices. And in this case, both Cain and Abel were probably offering their sacrifices in their own individual locations. So, like Cain offered his sacrifices and God did not accept them, then Abel also offered his sacrifices and God accepted them. So when God showed up and saw Abel's offering, he was pleased with it. But when he smelled the sweet aroma of Abel's sacrifice, he was not pleased with it. That really upset Cain because he thought that his offering was good enough. And besides, Abel's offering was better only because it was a firstborn animal. This made him really jealous of his brother. And here's where things get worse. The Bible tells us that Cain was a tiller of the ground, which means that he was very familiar with the soil and the plants that grew on it. Now, in those days, people did not use tools such as plows or herbicides, and so the land required constant maintenance. And so over time, the soil became hard and difficult to work. One day, while working his fields, he came across a plant called Cain, which literally means a toothache in Hebrew, but which also means a plant that grows in desolate places. Cain plucked some of these plants and wove them together to make mats that he could use to cover his fields, and these mats were very effective at helping him clear the land. Now, it just so happened that one day while he was using these mats, God appeared before him and asked him why he had made such a mess. Cain replied, "I don't understand. I was just trying to clear my field." To which God said, "You should not have done that. Instead, you should have waited until I cleared the land for you." So because of his disobedience, God cursed him and decreed that no one would ever again help him farm his fields. From that moment on, Cain became a restless wanderer, cursed to live the rest of his life outside the protection of the community. And this is the story of how the first murder happened. The Bible tells us that after this event, Cain was filled with anger and his heart was heavy with depression. So he decided to leave his home and wander aimlessly through the wilderness. One day, while walking through the wilderness, he came across his brother Abel and his friends. Filled with murderous thoughts, he attacked Abel and killed him. Many people wonder why God allowed this to happen. And the simple answer is that God gave man free will, and he does not interfere with that free will unless absolutely necessary. After all, if God had not given Adam and Eve free will, they would not have been able to choose to obey or disobey his command. If he had forced them to be good, then they would not have been genuine in their worship. Therefore, God allows us to make our own decisions, even if those decisions are wrong. Well, that's it for today's episode. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos like this. And may God bless you and keep you always.